there, welcome to Conflict News 2042. Big escalation in the Middle East where a hospital was hit a few hours ago. Hundreds killed in this incident. And after that, Israel-Palestinian groups trading accusations while we're seeing rising tensions. Entire Middle East is getting involved, it seems. Meanwhile, a top Hamas commander has been killed. His death has been confirmed by Hamas officials to thirdly Lebanon, Israel border, some deaths of Hezbollah fighters today. Firstly, let's start from Gaza, where a few hours ago a major hospital was hit. Al-Ahli Arab Hospital, situated in central Gaza in Al-Zaytun neighborhood, was hit. Around 500 casualties are being confirmed by Palestinian health authorities. The hospital is affiliated with a church. 2 days ago, some shells were fired from Israel-controlled territory on this hospital. Hospital authorities were requesting Israeli forces that hospitals must not be bombarded. We have seen attacks on hospitals in Gaza. But question is, who is behind this attack on the hospital in Gaza, Al-Ahli Arab Hospital, which has caused around 500 casualties? What is official position of Israeli government? What is official position of Palestinian fighters, including Hamas? Well, Hamas is saying that Israeli Air Force today committed a genocide of Palestinians, that an airstrike was conducted on this hospital where patients were receiving treatment and hundreds of people were sheltering there. So some were patients and some were just IDPs, you can say, including UN aid workers. Hamas says that Israeli Air Force conducted a strike on this hospital. Israeli military issued a statement a few hours ago saying it was investigating the incident. Then 30 minutes ago, Israeli military took a position. Now the IDF, Israel Defense Force, says that it did not strike the hospital. Rather, rockets were fired from Gaza and a misfired rocket barrage hit the hospital and there was explosion leading to the deaths of people there. Israeli military is accusing PIJ, Palestine Islamic Jihad, which is the second stronger group in Gaza after Hamas, that PIJ fired rockets from the area close to the hospital. Rockets were misfired that led to this catastrophe. Now, we don't know who is behind the incident, but deaths of civilians, not Palestinian fighters, civilians, women, children, elderly, patients, confirmed. 500 deaths, and how many injured, no one knows. And now we are seeing reaction. The reaction could engulf Israel, Palestine, and neighboring countries. Big protests in West Bank these minutes. Clashes between Israeli forces and West Bank's Palestinians in different cities of the West Bank. Clashes in Hebron, in Kalkila, in Tulkarim, Jenin, Ramallah, Nablus, Bethlehem. In all these towns, Palestinians are taking to the streets protesting against the incident, the attack on the hospital. Clashes ongoing, tear gas being fired by Israeli military. Clashes not just in Palestine but in neighboring countries too. Arab citizens are marching towards Israeli embassies in Jordan. Jordan shares border with Israel. In Jordan, Israeli embassy has been stormed by angry protesters. They set embassy building on fire. Forces are firing tear gas to disperse the protesters. In Ankara, Turkey, people have surrounded Israeli embassy. Protests in Egypt, in other parts of the world, in Lebanon, in Iran, in Syria, in Yemen, in all these countries and others too, these minutes, big protests are ongoing against the massacre of innocent Palestinians which happened at Al Ahli Arab Hospital in central Gaza. Now, Israel is now accusing PIJ, Hamas accusing Israeli military. Who will investigate this matter? No one knows. People dying. But this incident is going to lead, it has led to serious escalation of tensions between Israel and Arab countries, Israel and Palestinian groups. Erdogan spoke a few minutes ago. He lashed out at Israel. Turkish foreign minister spoke as well. Entire Arab world, major leaders of Arab world are condemning this attack on the hospital. How will the truth come out? Who is behind this massacre of innocent Palestinians which happened at the hospital? No one knows. But I think it is going to be very difficult for Israeli military to launch ground invasion of Gaza now, after the incident which happened, because now entire Middle East is rising. Now West Bank is joining. That is what Hamas PIJ has been wanting. Since the 7th of October, they've been trying to mobilize the people of West Bank to join in. Mahmoud Abbas stayed aloof, but it seems that today's incident will force the groups, the people of West Bank to join in. People have been heard chanting slogans, Palestinians against Mahmoud Abbas in Ramallah. Mahmoud Abbas is due to meet Joe Biden, US President, tomorrow. Tomorrow means Wednesday. On Wednesday, Joe Biden is due to arrive in Israel. He could visit Ramallah to meet with Mahmoud Abbas. Mahmoud Abbas could cancel this meeting. It would be difficult for Mahmoud Abbas to meet with Joe Biden now. Very difficult for Israel to launch ground invasion of Gaza after this incident which happened, which caused 500 casualties of us. I think Arab world will now assert itself. We could see more pressure upon Israel from neighboring countries, it seems. Let's see how the truth comes out, if it ever did. Who is behind this death? Yes, Israeli military has been bombarding hospitals, we know that. But Hamas and the groups, they have been involved in some incident in the past which involved rocket misfiring and killing of people in Gaza. Secondly, viewers, a top Hamas commander has been killed, perhaps the senior most Hamas commander killed in this war since the start of this war around 10 days ago. His name is Ayman Nofal. Ayman Nofal was hit in an Israeli airstrike which hit Bureji refugee camp in Gaza on Tuesday. Israeli military, Palestinian authorities both have confirmed the death of Ayman Nofal. Interestingly, Ayman Nofal was born at this refugee camp in 1965. He was born there and he died there. He, with his colleagues, marched to Egypt a few years ago. He was arrested there. Later, in a prison break, he managed to flee. He returned to Gaza, and now today he died where he was born, at that refugee camp in Gaza. So far, Hamas has confirmed deaths of its 3 commanders in Israeli strikes: Ayman Nofal, Zakaria Muammar, and Jawad Abu Shamala. Israel says it has killed around 7 to 8 top Palestinian commanders. Hamas has confirmed 3 deaths so far. Thirdly, viewers, Israel-Lebanon border, strikes from Hezbollah fighters on Israeli military positions and vice versa continuing. Hezbollah today confirmed deaths of five Hezbollah fighters today in today's escalation. Hezbollah again today fired guided missiles towards Israel controlled territories. A vehicle of Israeli military was hit. A tank was hit. A tank was hit yesterday. Some APCs were hit yesterday as well. So we're seeing, and Israeli military is also conducting a strikes, drone strikes and artillery strikes on Hezbollah targets in Lebanon. That is why 5 deaths on Hezbollah side have been confirmed today. So this is the situation on a northern border, where we're seeing exchange of gunfire, exchange of rocket firing, artillery firing almost on daily basis. Hezbollah is warning that if attacks on Gaza continue, this war is going to spread. Iran is warning as well. New warning from Ayatollah Khamenei, Iranian supreme leader today. He said that if attacks on the people of Gaza continue, it will mobilize Muslims, people across the world. So he's warning Israel that Israel must stop attacks on Gaza, strikes on Gaza continuing. Meanwhile, rocket firing from Gaza into Israel continuing as well. Today, rockets were fired at Tel Aviv International Airport from Gaza. German Chancellor Olaf Scholz visited Israel today. He was due to leave Israel from Tel Aviv Airport when rockets fired from Gaza reached airspace of Tel Aviv. Sirens went off, and Olaf Scholz had to take shelter under a container, and his flight had to cancel the takeoff. So it happened at the airport in Tel Aviv. Rising tensions now. We're seeing that Middle Eastern countries are getting involved gradually. Turkey, Qatar, they are sending very clear messages that Israel will have to stop its strikes, that Israel must not press ahead with the ground invasion of Gaza. Iran warning to Hezbollah, warning Syria-based groups warning to. Meanwhile, Russia has called for an emergency session of UN Security Council on Wednesday after the incident which happened in Gaza, where 500 civilians killed in the strike on Al-Ahli Arab Hospital. Let's see what happens. It seems that this attack on a hospital could be a turning point. Either it will lead to expansion of the conflict, or we could see gradual de-escalation. It might sound weird that this incident could cause de-escalation, but I think that maybe after that we could see some de-escalation after this attack. 3,000 Palestinian deaths confirmed so far. More than twice the number of Israelis killed at the hands of Hamas. Maybe Israel might stop if international pressure mounts on Israel after what happened at Al-Ahli Arab Hospital today in Gaza. Thank you for watching.